Hi all, my name is Mukul. Since long time I was actually thinking to make a YouTube video, but I was actually not able to decide on which topic shall I make the video. But I thought of, okay, let's start with the most important topic of nowadays people actually struggle to be in the present moment. So there are a few things which I want to cover in my this particular video, which is of course the importance of being in the present moment, and also importance of being slow and steady, because I mean the life is too fast and lot of people are running around, from their minds. Also they are always thinking, or they are in the past moment or in the future, but not in the present moment. And the life is also very running on a very fast pace. So that is one. And second, what saints has talked about the present moment, because I have personally read a lot of books, whether they talk about power of now or whether they talk about Buddhist philosophy. And the most important part which they have shared amongst all to get in a balanced state of mind is the present moment, to be in the present moment. And then of course mind is like a small kid, so you don't have to you cannot be aggressive with the mind. You have to be polite, you have to be really gentle with the mind, when you are trying to convince the mind towards the positivity. So that is what I have read, I have learned, and also I have applied in my life. Not 100%, but I try to apply these things at the maximum times. And the most important thing is that we have to use the intelligence. The God has given one beautiful I would say thing, which is our brain. So we have a choice. We have a choice of choosing good or bad. We have a choice of choosing positive or negative. So that is only possible when we are aware that what is happening inside the mind. When we keep our mind slow, right? When we are aware, we are actually kind of stopping ourselves to not just get into the flow, but rather stop and just check what is happening inside, why we are struggling with a lot of things, why we get disappointed, why we get annoyed all the time. So that is what I really want to share with you guys. So starting with the importance of the present moment, yes, there is no denying this fact that the most important thing I would say in our life is the present moment, because the past has gone, the future has not come yet, and if we are not there in the present moment, we are not actually enjoying life. And we are getting anxious by thinking about the future, by thinking about the past, or we are getting worried by thinking about the future. So it's really important to be in the present moment. And how you can do it, you have to be kind of aware. As I said earlier, you have to be kind of aware that what is happening inside your mind, because you are not your mind, or rather we are not our minds, right? So there is a voice which goes around inside the mind when you are really anxious, or when you are thinking so much, or you are actually doing overthinking all the time. A kind of voice goes around, a negative voice, and that's really disturb you, right? That really kind of I would say shatter you sometimes in a way that you are thinking of something to do in life, and your mind is saying no, you cannot do it, or what will happen if anything goes wrong and all that. So as I said, once you're aware that what is happening inside the mind, what kind of thoughts are there in your mind, you can start training your mind to make it positive, right? In a sense that when you are actually like a kid, you have to actually explain yourself. You have to say some positive thoughts to yourself, that if whatever I'm thinking, whatever objective or goal I have in life, what will if I'll achieve that goal, rather than your mind is being negative and saying that you can't do it. So you have to keep on explaining your mind, or you have to be kind of very very gentle with your mind by changing those, I would say, negative thoughts or negative patterns into the positive thoughts and patterns. Slowly and gradually, your mind will start believing in yourself. That self belief which we always talk about. We have heard about self belief when we were child, when we were growing up. That believe in yourself. How to believe in yourself? How one will change himself if somebody is is negative, in a negative state of mind. So slowly and gradually, it takes a lot of practice. We have heard a lot of people around us, like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, or I would say Sachin Tendulkar, or a lot of Ratan Tata, a lot of sports person, businessman, how they have achieved so much in their life by being focused, by being maybe the observer of the mind, or by being calm, in themselves. So basically, whether we talk about, everybody faces good and bad in life. Everybody has a negative, everybody has a positive in life. But if you are slow, you can be steady, right? When I can give you one example, that if you are running a car very very fast, and suddenly somebody in front of the car, somebody comes in, or a speed breaker comes in, it's very difficult to control the car. But if you get slow down, you can easily apply your brakes of the car. So similarly, this is how our mind also works. Basically, if you are being aware what is happening inside the mind, rather than you are there into the flow, if you are aware, you are kind of slow, then you can change your mind from negative to the positive. That is really really important. And maybe some people believe in the multitasking and all that. I used to believe in the multitasking, operations of the mind. See, computer or a processor or a laptop can be multitask, but not our mind. We have to focus, or we should focus on one thing at a time, right? Rather than that, I want to do this, I'm doing that, no, this is also pending, I will do it, I will be prove myself, I have to be very fast. The more you will do all those things, more anxious you will get. You are putting actually the pressure on yourself, so don't do that. Be slow and steady. And being slow is not that you don't want to do the things, but it's better to do 2 to 3 things and complete it, rather than taking 10 things at a time and you're not able to actually complete your work. So that is very very important. Being slow and steady is also very very important. Thirdly, I have actually read, as I mentioned earlier, I've read a lot of books. I have read Power of Now. I have read a lot of other books. I have listened to the Buddhist philosophy very much. And what Gautam Buddha always talks about, he always talks about the awareness. He always talks about focusing on one thing at a time. Always he talked about focusing on your breath, because your breath is one thing which is a bridge between your body and your mind. And if you focus on your breath, because your breath runs in the or flows in the present moment, I would say, right? So if you're focusing on your breath, that means you are there in the present moment. Try to do one thing at a time, right? Whether you talk about driving a car, whether you talk about eating your food, whether you talk about doing something like whatever you're doing on your laptop, try to do one thing at a time. As I said earlier, it's better to complete 3 things completely. That task has to be completed successfully, rather than taking 10 things and you're not able to do anything. So that's what it is. And I would say the 4th point which I want to share is, mind is like a small kid. So basically what I want to say here is that be gentle with your mind. Your mind can be wild sometimes. You can, because when you're angry, your mind is actually wild, right? Frustrated, if you are frustrated, if you are irritated. So basically you have to be you have to be the observer of the mind. When you are the observer of the mind, then you are actually out of that what do you call, a chain of getting angry or of frustration or whatever, because you are actually observing what is happening to yourself, to your mind rather, not yourself. Because your main nature, your natural nature is actually being in peace. You are actually always calm. It's our mind that makes us anxious. It's our mind that makes us angry, and it's our mind that helps us to make ourselves in peace. So, which is our actual nature, right? So that is what you should practice, to be the observer of the mind, to be in the present moment always. Whatever you are doing, do it that only in that particular moment. So like the way we actually convince the small kids. So you have to convince them very, very gently, because they are always reactive. So your mind is also like that. Mind is also gets reactive sometimes, right? So whenever the mind gets reactive, you should be, rather than doing reactions on that, rather than reacting, you should always observe your mind, what is happening. And slowly and gradually, if you will keep on practicing it, you will come back to your original nature. And the more calmer you are, you can do your things in a much, much better way. So that is one. And the other important thing, or I would say the most important thing, is the God has given us the intelligence, which we call as Vivek, right? So what is that intelligence all about? It's about that basically you can choose, in between the good and bad. You can choose in between the right and wrong. You can choose in between the negative and positive. It's your choice. We always say, the black ball and the white ball, you must have heard about all this. So basically, if you will choose the white balls will grow within yourself. But if you will keep on choosing the black balls, which is the negative stuff, that will grow. So whatever seed you will, you want to grow in, you actually put that seed, in the roots. So because whatever I'm saying, I'm not saying from just by reading the books. I'm still, trying to practice it. I have practiced it, and I have started observing my mind, and that moment I came to know that we are not our mind. We are you can say we are a consciousness, we are the energy, whatever name you can I would say label yourself. But basically mind is just a tool. One wise man has said that mind is just a tool. The way we are using our hands, the way we are using our legs to walk, and we are using our hands to to pick up something or to write. Similarly, the mind is a tool, and there are 2 parts of that tool. One is the thinking, and other is the imagination. Okay, so it's a tool. So better use that tool for yourself, not against yourself. Don't be a slave of the mind. That is what Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita, that don't be a slave of your mind. Let mind be your slave, or let mind should actually obey you. So these are the few things which I actually want to share with you, with my little bit of whatever experience I have got from all these, by practicing all these things. As I said earlier, so this is actually my first video. So I thought of earlier I was actually thinking of putting on some studio lights and putting on some, some good background, but I could not do it. But I really wanted to start. I really wanted to share my experience, I would say, a part of my life experience with you guys. And I thought this is the best topic to start off. Although I'll keep on, I'll keep on getting up with some good topics, and I really wanted to share those topics with you, so that by listening to my video, your life, it will help you in life. Actually, that is what my objective is, and that's it. Thank you so much. See you soon. Thanks a lot.